Hello, hello, hello. Great to see so many people, more than 100 people. And thank you so much for spreading the word. Very nice to see new faces, people from different age groups. And great to see all of you here. I am Misha. I work with Deaf Women too, DWT, as you might know. And yeah, it's great to be here. Hope the interpreters are ready and they are all set and doing their job. Can we see? Yes, we do see the sign language interpreters. And thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, sign language interpreters. And here we are. It's going to be the International Women's Day soon, March 8th. And I'm sure everybody would have events. And we have worked this out perfectly, right? It's a Friday, everyone has finished their work and their tasks, and they are back home now, free. This program is being hosted by Deaf Women 2 and Here a Million, and we do this annually. And it's great to host everyone. Looking forward to this event. We also have someone with us who's a hearing person, who is a phenomenal leader, who has experience of knowing basically the challenges deaf women face in terms of communication, in terms of other barriers. So we welcome all of you to ask questions from all our guests and experts after their conversation. We also like to welcome Dr. Alim Chandani, who is the mission leader of Here a Million. Is Alim here? He is. He is. Welcome, Dr. Alim. Thank you so much. Can you introduce yourself briefly? Sorry, yeah, one second. Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm happy to see so many people who have joined the panel today. We have women who are from various walks of life, and I'm really happy to be here. I would like to tell you that while growing up, both my parents are doctors, and earlier women were not considered to go into the field of medicine, right? But I was someone who always felt that my parents, um, for more than 40 years, have been doing what they want, that is the field of medicine. And just as men, um, why should, I mean, sometimes, there were conversations about her having to care for home and other chores and stuff like that. But I always looked up to my mother as a person who has equal rights. And I have always also looked up to deaf women, irrespective of them being deaf. But women have, working with them have helped, and they have made me believe that I can also do what I want to do. So thank you to all the women who have been phenomenal role models. Actually, gender doesn't matter. Deafness doesn't matter. Every one of us can succeed. My sister, who's a lawyer, who has been someone who's, navigating her own path. I look up to them. And yeah, and even though, she's a person, I mean, yeah, so someone who actually later came into the deaf communities, learned sign language. I taught them about my culture. So I'm thankful to all the role models who are women, and I'm thankful that we are all celebrating this day because it is not easy, right? There are multiple discriminations as a woman who's a deaf woman face, and I'm seeing that there are more and more opportunities, women taking their stand, women standing up, there are more positive opportunities. So I'm really happy that Here a Million is collaborating, and I'm really happy that Deaf Women too is doing so much to spread awareness, standing up and making women believe that they can do whatever they want to. And I'm really excited and looking forward to see our three women who are our panelists today, and people who have come from different walks of life. They're in education. There are other people who are doing different things. So I'm really looking forward to the event. Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Alim. We'd also like to welcome Charu now from the DWT team. Welcome, Charu. Can you introduce yourself? Great. Yeah. I'd like to congratulate all of you again on this occasion of the International Women's Day. My name is Charu, and uh, March, the month we celebrate women, but March has been also very, very busy because I see that a lot of women are already doing a lot of things, and then people started, connecting with me and saying that, hey, what is happening? Where are the events? But I thought that there's a lot of work which has already been done, a lot of changes which we see, a lot of improvement, a lot of things which we are building. There's conversations about independence, agency, decisions about their own body. It also is that men and women experience life differently. There are a lot of intersectional elements like color of the skin, the make of the body, the height, culture. So these overlapping identities sometimes can be a cause of underconfidence if people don't, or you yourself probably don't accept or work on them. So why not build these identities and build yourself? I'm really happy. I'm so thankful and grateful for our panelists for joining us. And let's watch and let's learn how they have navigated their lives. So thank you all. Thank you so much, Charu. So after Dr. Alim and Charu, um, who are two very important people who have been the backbone of all these programs we're doing, but now we want to welcome our third panelist, who is Kanika. Hi, Kanika. Yeah, please, if you could introduce yourself briefly, your name, what you do. So all of you know my name. I'm Kanika. That's my sign name. I am from Mumbai, and not really Mumbai, but there's a small city called Thane. Thane, yeah, that's how it's signed. T and and I think most people know Bombay because of what Bombay signifies. But a lot of people don't know Thane and think it's a semi-rural and small place who people don't know much. But Thane also has a lot of stories and a lot of inspirational things which people have done. But I'm really looking forward to the event. I'm sorry, I already started talking about myself, but yeah, I'm from Thane. And I think I've been involved with a lot of different projects. And the big change in my life now is that I'm a mother. I have a daughter, and I think that is my first job, which I really, really love. Okay, what are the parts which you really love in that, Kanika? I think she signs with me. We are fully able to communicate, and she's so cute. Yeah, I mean, our family have a lot of hearing people, so they do communicate, but I see the satisfaction, me and my husband, when we communicate, both of us are deaf. So when we chat, um, and now that I have a daughter who's hearing, and I had been thinking about how would communication work out, and I have been exposing her to sign language, and I think she's 4 years old now, and I would think she uses sign language to joke. She has fun with the language. She can talk about different things in that language, and yeah, I think motherhood is a unique experience. I do have, I mean, people have different kind of things they do, right? And even if I don't do it and I, get to do something else, it won't matter so much. But having a daughter and, if I get occupied with other things, if I go away, what happens to her? So I think this is something which I realize, major realization that my top job is being a mother. And the second thing, yes, I'm in the education space. I do tuitions with a lot of deaf students. I do research, and there are a lot of multiple things. Okay, great. Misha says great. So you have a daughter. You're a deaf mother. Your family is hearing this communication spoken language. So your daughter. Uh, or you are somehow, like the conduit, or maybe a person who mediates both hearing and deaf cultures for them, for the child. Like, I think Kanika says that she is very receptive because in my home, actually, I grew up hearing. I became deaf when I was 11, and I grew up with spoken language. Now, of course, the modality has changed, and my L1 is sign language. And when my daughter was born, I had that complexity. I was going through that dilemma that what would be the appropriate language. My husband is profoundly deaf, so and he grew up deaf, and he is someone for whom sign language is the natural first language. But for me, who grew up differently, and I thought, if I speak to my daughter, though I can, when she speaks to me, I will not be able to hear. So that is one reason for having sign language. The second dilemma was that I grew up with, yes, I don't have shame in confessing that, in that identity of a hearing person. And how to, you know, be open about it with my daughter. I had that dilemma, whether I be a hearing person with them or a signing person with them. So I thought I could be both because I have both those identities. And, when I would speak to my daughter, she started speaking back to me and I couldn't understand because that is how hearing people communicate, right? And I think that is how she processed that the communication works like that. And then I started taking her to meet my friends. And then she saw how deaf people communicate and how they receive and exchange information. That I think changed. And I started exposing her to more sign language. And I think that made sense. And that's how it is, right? That's how it is. I mean, you start with something and then you change and you keep learning. So I think this also takes time, right? Some people, after a very long time, I think someone in my family who's really young, who after 7 years of age understood that they are a hearing person, but they mediate in both worlds. Kanika says, yes, that's the Coda world. But then also, Misha says that having that exposure to hearing environment and culture, they really pick up really soon. And now, thank you, Kanika. And now we would like to welcome Niharika.
Hello. Will I be speaking? Is it okay if I speak?
Yes, yes, you can speak. We have an interpreter. We can sign for you. Or I think Niharika, yeah, you can speak, and Saurav will sign it, and Manisha will. Hmm? Yeah, we can start. Hello, Niharika. Welcome. Welcome. So happy to see you. And how would you like to briefly just give an intro about you, what you do, your name, a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, so I want to start by thanking Charu and the entire team at Deaf Women 2 and Here a Million for inviting me to be part of this conversation. I'm a hearing person. I learned sign language 10 years ago. And I'm someone who's been very fortunate to have deaf women in my life who've taught me more about courage, clarity, and community than almost anybody else. My name is Niharika. This is my sign name. I live in Delhi and I make documentary films. My most recent film, if I could tell you, is a film about language and expression. And some of you might have seen the film Charu and Misha, who's here. They feature in the film, and there are some other people from the deaf community. There's Hardeep, there are Kodas in the film, there's Surbi and Ria, whom some of you might know. So, through the process of making this film, it brought me into deep and sustained contact with people from the deaf community in India, especially with the extraordinary people at Deaf Women too. So I'm really happy that I got to meet them through the making of this film and learn so much from them. Yeah.
ये अरे ये बोला है इधर फ्री सुन रहा है हाँ रीजन नहीं सुना तो इस तरफ नहीं बता
Can I continue? Oh, sorry.
रहा सामने देखा कर है हम ना ना
I
हमें
have a question.
बस
How many people, how many people know Niharika is a director, she's a movie maker, and Charu and a lot of people have acted. Do you know the name of the movie is, if I could tell you? If you don't know about it, maybe hopefully we can share it and you can see that movie. But thank you, Niharika. Thank you so much.
We got
सेवन करोड़
remove spotlight. Okay.
तीन टर्म देखो दो भैया देख
Okay, I hope the interpreters are here. Perfect. So now we will have Rashmi. Hello, Rashmi. Welcome to our session. Thank you so much. If you could introduce yourself. Yeah. So I'm Rashmi. My sign name is this. Why? Because I usually take my hairs behind my ears every time, and I'm so glad to see all the people. I'm from Jammu Kashmir, finger spelling the name. So yes, I born and brought up in Jammu Kashmir. Now I'm working with Hair a Million as a researcher, and also I have set up India Deaf Queer. So with Sudarshan, who is based in Bangalore, along with Sudarshan, I have set up Deaf India Queer organization. I hope that we will learn a lot today, and I'm really looking forward to the session now. And yes, happy International Women's Day. Giving hands. Yes, happy International Women's Day to all. Let's see, who is the moderator? We have Manju now. Let's have Manju, who will moderate the panel discussion. Hello everyone. I hope everyone doing great. This is my sign name. I am Manju Manju. Let me begin here. I am the moderator of the panel discussion. Let me just introduce who I am. I work with Deaf Women 2 organization, and we have collaborated with Here a Million team, and we are so excited. I know you all are looking forward to the session. Thank you so much, Manju, for joining us. I hope everyone would learn more from panelists, and this is going to be an exciting session for all. Let me take a back step now. Handing over to Manju. Great. Can we have Kanika? So glad to have Kanika with us. So you are all set for your first question. Let's see. Let's begin. So what you have discussed earlier related to that, we will be asking you the question. So you are married, you have a child. So you research on the content which is deaf friendly, you manage your family as well, and you do freelancing work too. You have been called by multiple organizations. How do you do all kind of work? I mean, that's actually a very tough question, a difficult one. When I was not married during my young age, it was very, easier for me. My mother would say, it's your call, wherever you want to go, because I was focusing on my career, I was working. It was like I was living a free life where I don't have to carry a responsibility. Even my husband was also so supportive, we will support each other after marriage. But after baby, oh my God, things got a turn, and I have to take care of my baby who will take take care of my child. But there was no one, who anyone can't replace me. So at that time, there was, I feel like that I've been stuck in life, because even if I'm going somewhere, I will always think about my child, what my child would be doing at this time. So, you always have those thoughts, even if you are away, someone is taking care of your child. So you always have that guilt of being a mother, because you can't be at both the places same time, and you have to think about your career as well. But yes, I'm so glad that my husband is so supportive. When my my daughter was 6 months old, and I have to breastfeed her. So I asked my husband if he could take leave, 3 to 4 days leave, and if he can go along with me for the conference, because I had to attend the meetings. My husband is being so supportive. That is why I could do this much. And if I have to go outside from my home, I will ask my mother or mother-in-laws. If I would be doing it alone, no, that's completely would be a no for me. But yes, I do have people in my family. So it's very difficult. Without the family support, you are not able to manage everything. But yes, with family support, you can do things which you think earlier that could be difficult. But then again, you always have a mother guilt, that my mother was always there for me. But am I doing it right? I sometimes used to cry as well, because I'm leaving my child behind and I'm going outstation. But then I was keeping patience. I realized when I see that my daughter, she's also aware and she understands where I come from, what I'm doing. So now I feel like that, yes, I am not a perfect mother. There will always be something missing. There will always be the things that we are lacking behind. But so in January, my daughter's birthday was there, and on the same day, I have to leave from home. So during the her birthday party, I was not there. She was enjoying, she was happy, but I was feeling that it's being a mother, it's my responsibility. Like I have to be with my daughter for her birthday party. But I had a video call with her. She understood. She said, meeting is important. You have to go. I'm like, that's so sweet that she could understand that I have to attend. And she's so wise now. And she understood that, yes, why I have to leave during that time. So, yes, sometimes you have to make sacrifices, sometimes you have to support. That's how you feel more empowered when you have the support from family members. Yes, perfect. I really understand that you were always having a guilt, right? That whether, but when you see that your child said that it's okay to have a meeting, but how you can, inspire other people, if you could explain to other people who might be feeling the same thing. See, the situation cannot be same for all the people, right? The family dynamics, there would be always differences in the family. But yes, the challenges would always be similar for all mothers. There would be possibility that your child might be need and looking for you, and your family might say that you're doing wrong. Your husband might not be supportive. That's okay if you feel that you are doing right or wrong, but do know that you have a big heart for your child, and you really want to be with your child. You are not running away from your responsibility. It's very easier, but when you are always having that guilt, it means you have a bigger heart. we appreciate you because you always wanted to take care of your husband, of your child, of your family. And you are not just running away, but you are understanding that other things are also there you need to take care of. That's good. It means that you have a bigger heart, you have that empathetic feeling that you want to be with your child. That's okay. You should be proud of yourself. And so for some people, you think that mother should be a perfect human. There's always the thing, you will always have the challenges and some mistakes. That's completely okay. Even if you missed anything, that's completely fine. We are human, and humans does make mistakes. But at the end, after the mistakes, you have to navigate through the paths that how you will make it correct. And it's always, that the process of brainstorming, it always goes on. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say. The most important thing is you have to remember, even if there are any mistakes, don't think that make you bad, okay? That makes you worse. That's completely fine. You are trying your best every time. I'm so glad, I have also realized that yes, I hope how other people can manage their time, they will learn from you, Kanika. Thank you so much for answering the question. Let's see who is going to be next. We have Niharika.
Hello.
Niharika. Okay, we are
Hi,
waiting.
hi. Sorry, I
Uh,
accidentally dropped out of the meeting and it took me some time to join. I couldn't hear what Kanika said. But
uh,
yeah.
just a second. Okay, the interpreter is here now.
Okay. So yeah, I was saying I'm sorry I accidentally dropped out of the meeting and it took me some time to join. So I couldn't listen to what Kanika had to say. But yeah, I'm here now.
No worries. After this session, you can see the recordings and you will get to know what Kanika has said. So we'll be going ahead with the second question now. I hope you're ready.
Yes.
So whenever we talk about the accessibility, there are organizations, companies, and they know about the accessibility. But the deaf people, they don't know how to provide the accessibility. Even they know, they understand what the advocacy work, what feminism is. Do they know how they have to work with the deaf people? Do they understand?
Okay, so over the past few years, Charu and I and the DWT team have worked on several things together. We translated, feminist poet Kamala Bhasin's poem into Indian Sign Language. We made this video on a young Muslim activist who was imprisoned for her views. Her name is Gulfisha Fatima. We also organized workshops together on health and other issues. And with DWT, I'm planning a lot of many more exciting projects together. The reason I'm saying all of this is because I believe that it's through working together that a deeper understanding of each other becomes possible and that real learning happens. So, my introduction to the deaf community began in Bombay when I was studying at NIHH. Our first teacher there was a deaf woman named Hina who taught us Indian Sign Language. Yeah. So, but what I learned from Hina was more than just language. Hina was and still is one of the most confident, open hearted, and joyful people I have ever met. She was bold and generous and feisty. If she would look at anybody playing drums on the street, she would start dancing. She treated everybody with respect, but never allowed anybody to diminish her. Okay, so it was also through Hina that I met many of her friends, a deaf dancer who was a trans woman, a deaf journalist, a friend of hers who was deaf blind and took the local train in Bombay every day to work. And being around all these people expanded my understanding of the world. So for me, Hina embodied the real spirit of feminism, the kind that makes space for everyone. Okay, so she moved through the city and she moved through her life completely on her own terms. And in doing so, she unlocked, even in me, a deeper sense of self acceptance. And over time, I met many other extraordinary deaf women like Kanika, who is here, who I'm honored to share the panel with today. My friend Nida, who plays cricket at national level. The remarkable lawyer Sodamini Pethe, Charu, Manju, so many other people. And it's through Charu, Manju, Misha, and everyone else at Deaf Women too, these women who have so much passion and relentlessness and deep commitment to their community, which really inspires me. So, to answer your first question, which is what does deaf inclusive feminism mean in practice? Right? So, to think about this, I want to take a small step back and look at the women's movement in South Asia. So, our feminist movement has a very beautiful, complicated history. It began with struggles for our basic rights against dowry, against domestic violence, against everyday injustices that women faced at home and in society. Over time, the movement grew to engage more deeply with questions of caste and class, and gradually it expanded further to include queer women, trans women, and women with disabilities. But even then, feminism has always carried a simple idea at its heart, which is the full dignity and equality of every woman and every person who is pushed to the margins, anybody who is oppressed. So, equality and dignity for all. Okay, so and Savitribai Phule, one of the pioneers of the feminist thought in India, she spoke about the need to educate, to challenge oppressive traditions, to liberate minds and transform society. Her vision reminds us that feminism has never been about including women within systems that already exist. It was always about questioning these systems, reshaping them, and opening space for those who never were meant to be part of these systems. For example, in many deaf families, I see people, girls and boys, grow up in homes where no one learns sign language. In schools, they may sit in classrooms where teachers speak but do not sign. In companies and organizations where they work, important discussions will often happen without interpretation. So, in all these situations, the problem is not the deaf person, the problem is the system around them. So, a feminist approach asks families to learn sign language, schools to make classrooms accessible, and organizations to ensure that deaf women can participate and lead. But what I've realized is that even in feminist spaces that genuinely want to include women with disabilities, deaf community often gets left behind. It's because of this very simple, very concrete barrier, which is language and communication. So we simply, as hearing people, have not made that effort to bridge that gap. And this is where I feel people like me, yeah, so this is where I feel like people like me, hearing people who know sign language, who have spent time learning from and working within progressive movements and with feminist movements, and who have built relationships in the deaf community, have a responsibility. We can help build bridges and create connections between the feminist and progressive spaces and the deaf community so that these two worlds can come together. So let me give you an example. Uh, when the Deaf Women 2 team shared that video about Gulfisha Fatima, signing about a young Muslim student leader imprisoned for her activism, I felt that something meaningful happened. Many progressive and feminist people who had never really encountered the deaf community before saw that video. Uh, at first, it would have been simply because it's something interesting. Gulfisha's poem was translated in sign language, so they got interested, and that is what caught their attention. But eventually, something deeper became visible. That deaf women were speaking about a shared struggle, shared political struggle. So it did the job of building a bridge, because it was deaf women saying that we are here, we exist, we are thinking about the
Babe,
world
kamuta.
and engaging with
Ini
its
mati.
struggles. We
Yule
care about
mati.
justice just as deeply as you do. So, and that is what solidarity looks like. Okay. So, not just deaf women advocating for themselves, which they already do brilliantly. But deaf and hearing communities recognizing each other across a language barrier, basically understanding each other's problems and standing with each other, showing up for each other. But last point, so solidarity requires access, and access requires effort. In 2024, I had gone to Pakistan, and there I went on Women's Day. I went to the Women's March. They call it the Aurat March in Lahore. Yeah. So I saw there, I saw something which I've never seen here in India. What was that? It was that every single speech, every single poem, every song was being interpreted in sign language in real time on stage. We need to do this across India at our marches, at our conferences, at our film screenings, at our workshops, everywhere. If we truly believe that feminism means inclusion, then we must make that effort. Something as simple as arranging a sign language interpreter can open the doors for participation. It's not a very difficult thing to do, but choosing to take that step shows that you care and that you are serious about inclusion. And the larger purpose of my film and the work that I do, my film, if I could tell you, was exactly this. I want the screenings to be kind of spaces where hearing and deaf people can come together, where a hearing person, a hearing activist can turn to a deaf woman sitting next to them and ask them, "What do you think about this?" And a deaf woman should feel that, okay, these people see me, and this is where I feel real dialogue can begin. Yeah.
Whoa, waving hands. I mean, I truly understand what feminism means over here. Maybe we think that it's advocacy work for other people, but yes, we need to include deaf women too. If we don't include them, it doesn't call a feminism approach, right? I totally understand and agree with you, Niharika, that you mentioned that how feminism approaches differs at all places differently, right? And that truly shows that how you think about the inclusiveness. Thank you. Thank you so much
Thank you, Manju.
for answering the question. Let's see who is going to be next. Rashmi. We will have Rashmi now. Great. So we have Rashmi here with us. Thank you so much for having me here. I would need to have deaf interpreter. Can we have Charu? Great. Charu would be supporting me here. Let me begin with the question, Rashmi. Yes, absolutely. What does this sign mean for feminism? If you could explain. Oh, you have just, jumped up to the question. Rashmi, is it possible once you finish your sign and then Charu signs, or you would like to ask Charu to sign at the same time? I hope everyone who we would like to ask you all, you want Rashmi to first sign and then Charu take over? I think Charu is asking Rashmi, it would be better you just take a pause and I will take over, okay? Okay, let me ask you the question again. So, this is a sign for feminism. Could you please explain to us, Rashmi? Feminism that demonstrates that even we have a queer people, man, woman, they all should be they all should be treated equally. The opportunity needs to be same. Whether we have human rights, the values should be given equally to all the people. Charu explaining it again, what Rashmi said, she's reiterating. So, for example, there is a man who has a 50 kg weight. Does it something that everyone has to have a same weight? No. So the values and the beliefs could be different for everyone. Thank you, Charu. Now people think that woman has many benefits as compared to the men, and they might have that has been, somehow fixed and in their mindset. Sometimes people do misunderstood that feminism means the women who have been facing challenges, they have been provided with the laws, and there are women who are taking the advantage of laws as well, and now they are boasting and having the ego. So sometimes people misunderstood the feminist thing as this way as well.
So the meaning
Feminist.
of, yeah, Manisha, I can come in. So feminism, the concepts of equality and dignity among people of all genders and identities. And what I see now, the world has changed. A lot of women have jobs, they're lawyers, they have laws, they have protections, and they're saying, why do we need feminism? Because we have always already women have made those kind of achievements and made those kind of spaces. So this is the discussion now. Is there still the need of feminism because men have changed, the situations have changed? What are women now advocating for? Is there any need for that? But my question is equality, I mean, do you think equality is there and is that it? So all three of us, me, Rashmi, Charu, Manju, are we all same, even though we are women? I am from Jammu Kashmir. Sometimes, the situation here is so bad that women who are as young as 16 years old, 17 years are forced by the families to get married. And I see where in Kerala, deaf women or women in general take a stand. Then there are other states also which have a different kind, but due to the skin, having darker skin, women in Kerala have a different kind of discrimination which women in Jammu Kashmir don't face. If um, you are in Jammu Kashmir, you were born in a rural place, you don't have opportunities, you don't have that kind of support from family. So feminism as a concept still has value because all women are walking differently, have different situations. So just because a woman has support, does that mean they don't need that ecosystem of support? Because this is important to consider that everyone has different situations. Sharu is reiterating, saying that if you're born from Jammu Kashmir and Kerala, both women, but there are subtle, there are privileges, that is benefits. Even maybe in the north, educational opportunities are there, but child marriage is an issue. But in Kerala, they're more open. Women are, and families are more open. They're allowed higher education, job opportunities, but there might be color of the skin related discriminations. And then maybe some women from a different place are very good in sign language and others are not. And just because the situation changes somewhere doesn't mean that we don't need feminism as a concept anymore. Benefits, privileges, etc. Just because situationally somebody is still marginalized or doesn't have, because marginalization still exists and all women are dealing with different situations. Women face consistent abuse, issues, harassment, and because of these consistent issues, I mean, it's not just women. queer women, women of different identities and genders. So feminism as a concept, I remember Deaf Women too had a post regarding there was a suicide case in Kerala. So we talked about that because feminism, in a sense, is talking about equality of all genders. It's important to see these testimonies. It's important to consider what was wrong, and punishment should be equal. It's not the concept, it's not that the men and women, trust is easy for some genders and not for some other genders, but we want everyone to be seen as humans first. Yeah, I'll just finish. And there are these judgments like men shouldn't cry. Men, if they cry, they are emotional, they act like girls. So men also need to be involved because these concepts have somehow taken over, and there's conditioning in all kind of genders. So we still need this concept. Yeah, Charu says that there still exist issues, there still exist discrimination and barriers and abuse, and that is why the concept of feminism is still significant. And it is not just women. There are women of different genders and identities, men of different genders and identities. Recently, there was a case in Kerala about harassment in the bus. There was a person in Kerala, and there was a lot of flack and a lot of trolling, which the person got from social media. And after, the fact that people can really, something wrong can happen to people. People lose their lives, they're driven to suicide. So we shouldn't be quick to judge. And also, one thing I added about these judgments and stereotypes. Uh, Men should always look masculine, strong, shouldn't cry, shouldn't act feminine and stuff like that. These kind of psychology, these psyches and these mindsets, we are very fast to judge. And these judgments have impacts, and these judgments are harmful. So, Rashmi here, protection of identity. And you see how there is a concept that men should not be wearing saris, especially queer men um, not wearing saris, women with short hair, women with dark skin, women who are their sexual orientations were lesbian or maybe gay men. We shouldn't judge. They have the right to decide what they want in their lives. And feminism asks or actually encourages supporting people and learning about them. So, trans people who have their own kind of dress sense and they want to wear saris, and there's also already this notion that men should not be wearing sari. And feminism actually talks about protecting and encouraging and supporting people's decisions. And feminism is actually this belief that all decisions and all wishes of people of different identities should be protected. That is feminism. Thank you, Rashmi, that this point, it's not just women, it's women of all genders and identities and people of all genders and identities who have to be together in this movement. Because of the incident in Kerala about sexual harassment, people said that it was the person's fault. When you speak out and you clearly understand what happens in these kind of situations is, in fact, feminism and the concept of it. So thank you so much, Rashmi, for explaining. And now would just like to welcome Manju back on screen to take it forward from here. Fantastic.
This was great. Our moderator Manju had questions for all our panelists, and we are not done yet. We have more questions, but in the meanwhile, we want to invite Sujata, who has a fun activity for you. Hello, 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 everyone. Yeah, all good? Okay, hello, 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 everyone. I'm really excited listening to all our great panelists about their stories. This is really impactful and really interesting. We have an activity, but before that, wishing everyone happy Women's Day. So, are you excited? What do we have in store for you? Is it going to be a debate? Is it going to be a game? Okay, yeah. Let me show you. All right, we have an icebreaker activity. What is that going to be? Let's see. All right, so now we have to stand up a little bit. Are you ready? Are you ready? We'll ask you to get some things around in your house, and you have to be quick and you have to be up on your feet, everyone, and be a little careful. Be a little careful. Don't, yeah, just be careful. Are you all ready? Yes. Can I see a yes? We start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Go, 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 go. Get a teddy. Get a teddy. You have to get a teddy. Come on, come on, come on. Quick, 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 quick. Fast, fast right now. Just you have to get a teddy. That's what you have to do. You have to get it. That's what you got to do. Quickly, quickly. No. You can see what you have to get. It's there on the screen. Come on, come on, come on. No, no, no. You have to get a teddy. You have to get what you see on the screen. I'm sorry. No. All right. Somebody has got it. Yes. Great, great. Okay, okay. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, done. This one's done. Have a lot of people. Yeah, that's so cute. Somebody has very cute teddy. All right. Fantastic. Thank you, everyone. Let's go. Let's see the next one. Probably you have already seen it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Come on, you have to get sandals, sandals. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, it has to have heels. Ready? Oh, wow. Somebody has managed to get it. No, where are the heels? You have something different. Nobody has these kind of sandals, is it? Some people do, some people don't. Anyway, all right, didn't get much time. Anyway, next one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see what it is. All right, you know what you got? You gotta get the toothbrush. Go, go, go. No, not a paste. Not the paste. Only the toothbrush. Fantastic, fantastic. A lot of people have got it. Somebody's actually also put a little bit of paste on it. Really. People are running around here and there searching for their things. Real. All right. Got it. Most of you. Yay, yay. Okay, let's see. What's next? Do you want to breathe a little? Yes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next. You gotta get your handbag or your purse. Oh, some people have it just nearby. Yeah, you all have your bags right next to you. Super, super nice. These are nice looking, really cool looking bags. So many different handbags. Some have like side slings. Some people are wearing it also. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, we don't see any men. Where are the men? Let me see their handbags. No, no one. We don't see any men. None. And no handbag. Okay, okay. Next item in five, four, three, two, one. Here we go. Okay, now you have to do something. Okay, with that thing, you have to use that thing and do something, not show it. You might have to wear it. You might have to use it if it's a lipstick or something like that. You have to do it. Okay, okay. Confirm. You have to do it. Sure, gonna do it. Next. Start in three, two, three, two, one. Here we go. Come on, you have to make two ponytails. Come on, come on. Yes, you have to do it. You have to do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Yeah, okay. If you need to comb, do it quickly. Oh, that's so nice. Somebody's actually done it already. That's so nice. That's really looking so nice. That's nice. Beautiful. Some people are combing their hair now. No, 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 no lipstick. Just two ponytails. You have to make two ponytails. That's it. No, no, you don't have to sign it. You have to make two ponytails. Ah, nice. I think most people are done. Ponytails done. Really nice looking ponytails, I see. A lot of people have made it. Momita, a lot of people have actually made it. But yeah, some people have missed. I don't like that. Everyone should do it. Yeah, I see Priyal. That really looks nice, Priya. Beautiful. Okay, what do you have to do next? Are you ready? All of you, you have to do it this time, okay? No one misses it. Everyone has to do it. Let's see. Okay, okay. So it says makeup. So it's lipstick, a little bit of blush, a little bit of powder. You have to do it. You have to. You have to. Come on, come on. Look for these things. Whatever you have at your place. Yeah, yeah. Get all those things. They'll look nice. No, no, you have to really do it, not act. Oh, great. You have people to help you. Where are the boys? Where are the men? I want to see some men doing some makeup. Really need to see some men doing makeup. That's really cute. That's really nice. And looking beautiful. All done? Yay! Really nice. Really nice. Beautiful. Okay, all done. Satisfied with your makeup? Still want more? A little more? Some more? Oh, the game or the makeup. Are you done? Are you done? Or you want to play more? Okay, let's see what we have next. And you all have to do that. Let's go. Shirt. Have to wear a shirt. A fashionable, a nice, stylish shirt. Anything fashionable, anything stylish. Or you don't have anything, or you have to wear it. Wear. Nice. Some people are doing it. Some people are wearing their stylish clothes. Looks really nice. Beautiful. Some boys, some males who are there. Come on, let's see. Ready? Done? Very nice. Okay, then we have one last one. Okay, fruits. Any fruit which you have to get it and have to take a bite. You have to eat it. Any fruit, any fruit. It could be a banana, it could be an apple, whatever it is. No fruits? No fruits. Ah, Rama. Nice. Rama has fruit. People have fruits. People who don't have fruits. Oh, fantastic. Nice to see. A lot of people here have fruits. They're eating it, chewing it now. Let's see what we have next. Who is this person? Yeah, let's see. Who are these people? Yeah, who do you think it is? Who do you think it is? Someone new, I don't know. I think it's a foreigner, not an Indian. An American, I think. Charu? No, I think no, it's a foreigner. Charu. Is it really? Let's see. Yeah? Okay. Let's see who it is. We don't know. I still think it's an American. I think. Do you think it's an Indian? Who is it? Who is it? Who do you think? Charu. Everyone says Charu. Delhi person, Charu. Confirmed. Okay. Hmm. Fantastic. Everyone knows the answer. Perfect. Waving hands. Next one.
So I'll take over.
Who is this?
Do you know the person? Who is the person? Okay. Uh, some people are confused, naming the other person. Police officer. Okay, someone is saying the police officer. You think who is this? You don't know? Okay, let's see who is this person is. Here's the answer. Some people could answer, some can't. Kanika. The picture belongs to Kanika. Let's go ahead. Who is this person? Does anybody know? Okay, some people are saying gay and cheats. Person is fatty. Someone saying she's married. Some people are trying to mention the other names. Okay, some people are saying she's from Haryana. Okay, let's see who is this person is. Kavita. Some people are saying Kavita. Let's see. Here we go. Yes. So here is Kavita. That's the answer. You must have seen her videos, right? She uploads funny videos. Do you know this person? Have you seen this? Have you seen her? Okay, let me just go back a little. Uh, this is the sign for Kavita. Just remember, you point the index finger on the nose and then you sign K. Does anybody know about this thing? You know, if you don't know, who is this person? If you are aware, or are saying we do not know. We do not know who is this person. Anybody? Some people think the woman, party woman. Some people are saying Kinjal. Uh, I think the people are ready with the answer, right? Let's see. What's the answer is? Kavita. Some people are saying Harshali, who works Indian signing hands, right? So you see, this is her sign name, Harshali's sign name. You will remember now. Who is this person? What's the sign? Muskan. People are saying Misha. I think everyone knows. I don't need to answer. Everyone knows the answer, right? Let's see who this person is. Confirm. It's Misha. Yes. Yay! It's Misha. Right. This is her sign name. Let's go ahead with the last person who is there. Who is this person? The outsider? A foreigner? Or actor? What do you think? Who is this person? New person? Okay, some people I think maybe someone from Japan, someone from India. Is it an Indian person? Do you think? You forgot? You have met this person multiple times. You can't even remember? It's difficult. Some people are saying yes, we know. Some people are saying it's difficult. Okay, some people are saying we haven't met the person. The person is here only. You're right. Should we show you the answers? Should we? You're thinking? Should we go ahead with the answer? What do you think? Or should we give you a hint? Okay, let's see what the answer is. Yay! You missed meeting me. Sujata here. I'm here, right? You forgot me. Some people say they said that yeah, we knew who's this person, but you can't answer it. I'm so glad that you could answer. Do you want to have more activities? Okay, so we are done with this activity. We really enjoyed this one. Thank you so much for putting your efforts. Great. That was exciting, right? That was funny, exciting. Thank you. Thank you so much. Whoa. People were so energized to see you. They were bringing things. I could really see they're so smart people, right? And even I can't go around here and there and get things. But they were so fast. And I'm so glad that you joined us and you played with us for the activities and all. So is it all done? Are we going to have more activities? So after the question answer round, we will have more activities. We will have Manju now. Great. So Manju will take over. Can we have Kanika? Great. So we have asked your first question. Let's go ahead with the second question now. So you must have worked on SRHR, sexual reproductive health, right? So you have worked on SRHR so far, and what you the data what you have collected, maybe you have collected some of the data related to personal stories of the people, but do you think how does it benefit the people and the society? Yes, that's truly an exciting question. That sexual and reproductive health, it's it's a heavy topic itself, and we need to see that how people are getting aware. There are people now, they are getting affected with many other diseases and they are not aware of it. So they should know that how the deaf women, deaf girls, they're always lacking behind and they don't know what's happening around. Then at the later age, they get to realize, okay, these things are there. There are abuses, there are violences, and the women always have to struggle and uh, have to go through that period. So it's important how we can empower them, not only the women, then the boys as well. There are boys who also face the sexual harassment, but they are not sure how to proceed with it. What's right, what's wrong, they do not understand it because we are always focusing on the girls, but we have to focus on the boys as well. So the first thing is we need to collect the data. Data helps us to see whether the people are aware, the deaf children, the deaf adults, whether they understand about SRHR. So the understanding that helps the data helps us to know, and we can ask queries, we can collect the data from the people. But yes, sometimes people say we understood about those things, but at very later age. If we would know these things at the young age, we would be more thoughtful. We could have expressed our own thoughts, our ideas, our challenges. And we have seen the same things coming from all the deaf people. So we had a discussion with our family, with other team members, and we asked them that how we can see and we can collect the data and the experiences of the deaf.
अभी लगा रही है
It's important that the goal. We have done a research work. We will be doing it. There were, for example, if we both are deaf women and we have to do a research work. So we see the teenagers from 14 to 17 years old. They how they will know, or if they don't know, that's most important things, that what things are missing. If they would like to learn what the according to their age criteria, what things they should know. So we try to make the material according to them, and we made material, then we translated it into ISL. We made the videos of those source materials. So the people who are at any places, they can look at the materials and they can learn from it. And that learning will help them. And we wanted to make a videos, topic wise videos that would be according to the teenagers, and we can collect the data from them, the feedback, how did they feel, and then according to that we can make the adaptations and we can change it. That's how we worked on the material on that. So and how we can spread across the information is important. Just a second, I'm sorry, the light is turning off. I hope you can see me. So we have to see that how we can provide the accessibility with the closed captioning, with the interpreters, with more infographic things. That's how they will be able to understand all the deaf people, and we have to try accordingly. That's true. There are people think that yes, women need to be safe, but the men, they think that yes, they are also suffered with those harassments. They are including women, but yes, we need to have men too. So let's see who is going to come next. Let's have Niharika now.
Hello. Yeah.
Just a second. Let's have the interpreter. Okay, perfect. So we will begin with the second question now with Niharika. Whether they are NGOs, companies, and they work on the feminism. And when you see those companies that there could be a deaf woman's man, they can be a leader, and they need the support. For example, if you are going to any of the places, right? And you think that yes, how the deaf can become a leader and how the other NGOs and organization, how all can be supportive for them. If you could share some of the examples.
Yeah. So I want to be honest here because I've seen well meaning organizations, sensitive, progressive, socially conscious organizations fall short. I've seen that they miss out on including deaf women. When I brought some of these organizations into contact with the deaf community through my film and through my other work, what I observed is that even the most thoughtful people, uh, they tend to unconsciously talk to the hearing people in the room, or to the deaf people who speak, not because they intend to exclude others, but because communicating through sign language requires a little more time and patience. It may involve an interpreter. The pace of the conversation slows down slightly, and very often, without realizing it, people choose the easier path. But here is what that choice can unintentionally communicate to deaf women. Basically, when you do that as an organization, deaf women feel that their presence in the conversation matters a little less, that they are a little less, they're not equal, you're not treating them equally. So, including deaf women who are often marginalized in multiple ways, first as deaf people, then as women, then even further, depending on the caste, class, religion, or wherever they come from, it requires a little bit of effort. Okay. So organizations, NGOs, companies uh, have to ask themselves whether they are willing to make that effort. Are they willing to try? They have to honestly ask themselves. So let me give you an example which I remember. It was a DWT lecture. They had organized a lecture on feminism again, I think 1 or 2 years ago, with a very famous, a very wonderful feminist activist, Kavita Krishnan. So she was speaking about harassment that women with the harassment that women face in public spaces and at home, and she was explaining the concept of consent. So yeah. So these are things that as hearing people we take for granted. But what I noticed during that conversation was something that, there was a young deaf man in the audience. He asked Kavita one question. He said, if my girlfriend ended our relationship after a few months of dating, does that mean that I was raped? So, for a hearing person, it seems like a very strange question. It's very confusing, but it shows us something that a young deaf man, had grown up in a world where no one had ever talked to him about relationships, about consent, about the meaning of love and coercion, and how these are different things. So, language deprivation is not just about not knowing words, it is about not having access to the conversations that shape how we understand the world. Okay, so organizations, NGOs, companies, they need to understand that. They need to imagine deaf women in leadership roles. But for that, they need to understand that bringing them in fully will sometimes mean going back to basics. It will mean patience. Okay, but I promise you it will be worth it. Because what deaf women bring to any space, what they bring to any organization, any movement, is a perspective that hearing people can never have. Deaf women have navigated a world which was not built for them. Okay, that world was built to exclude them, and deaf women have fought hard to participate and engage with that world. Okay, so they have developed ways of reading situations, of communicating across difference, of building trust without words. So that is something we can all learn from deaf women. Okay, so I think there are three very practical steps an organization can take to immediately become deaf inclusive. First, is always budget for a sign language interpreter for all public events. Second, second step, I think, is you build long-term relationships with deaf organizations and deaf leaders. Don't just invite them like one time or two times occasionally. Build a long-term relationship with deaf organizations and deaf women. Third, Third is create spaces where deaf women are not just participants, but they are also involved in decision making. So that is what true inclusion means. It means not just somebody's presence, it's also leadership. So you have to be able to include them in making decisions. You have to be able to ask them what they think. Okay. And maybe, there is this very famous writer from India. Maybe some of you know about her. Her name is Arundhati Roy. So she said that there is no.
Perfect. Now we are set. We can go ahead. The recording is happening now.
So yeah, I was talking about the words of Arundhati Roy. So she says that there is no such thing as the voiceless. There are only the deliberately silenced or the preferably unheard. Yeah. So deaf women have never been voiceless. They have been signing, advocating, creating, leading for a very, very long time. The question was never whether they had something to say. They were always saying something. The question is whether the rest of us are willing to learn how to listen. I hope we learn that. Yeah. Thank you.
Whoa. That was so great, and the impact. Sometimes people think that deaf people can't express, deaf women, they can't express. And there should always be a voice to explain themselves. But there could be another ways to communicate. Yes, they do communicate with sign language. And that's most important thing you have said. I totally agree with you on this. That actually, I had a goosebump when I heard about these things. And yes, we need to work together. Thank you. Thank you so much, Niharika.
Thank you, Manju. Thank you.
Let's see who is going to come next. We will have Rashmi now. Where is Rashmi? Can we have you? We are looking for you. Great. So at the end, we'll be asking a question. Let's have a deaf interpreter. Okay. Dia, you are ready? What we are celebrating today? We are celebrating the International Women's Day, right? You all agree with it, right? But you think why it's happening on 8th March only? Or does it happen for the deaf women too? Sorry, let me go back. So on 8th March, we celebrate International Women's Day. Do you think we need to get ourselves included with the celebration of the hearing woman? Yes, we do have to celebrate, but do you think we need to have a queer woman? You must be thinking, right? And whenever we have any event, workshop, lecture, for any of these events, and there are deaf women, there are hearing women, is there any policies or laws we need to have the queer women too? Could you explain about it, Rashmi?
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the question. It's a great question and it's an important question. And I think my simple answer would be that we should not segregate. So, are these separate groups? What do you think? Women and queer women, are they a separate group? Manju is also reiterating. What do you think? They're saying yes, maybe, not sure. Great, okay, no problem. It's good to think. For example, Rashmi. I am a woman. I'm queer. Yes, I am. And I'm deaf. So I have three identities and three worlds. And I celebrate both the International Women's Day and the Pride month and the Pride related festivals. And women have intersectional identities. Women can be queer, women can be trans, and similarly, women, I mean, all groups, I think they're all one. So, Charu, if you can summarize that. So, the question was that do we segregate? Do we look at these two groups differently? And presenter gave their own example that they have three different identities and worlds they live with, navigate. And Rashmi said that she's queer, she's deaf, and she's a woman. And like that, there are many other people. And Rashmi mentioned that she celebrates both Women's Day and the queer festival, right? Related festivals. And there are so many events which could be related to feminism. And we see that deaf women or queer deaf women or queer people especially are not involved, and the narrative remains the same. So as we see more and more involvement and engagement, if there's more involvement, with more engagement, participation, awareness spreads, knowledge spreads, we get to know about our barriers, we get to learn about our aspirations, what we need to work towards. And it has an impact. It really does have an impact on society. It has an impact on policy. It has an impact on the world. It has an impact on people, how, mindsets change and they become more open in terms of their thinking. So the system has been marginalizing and has been keeping deaf women, queer women, and women of different identities. But that shouldn't be the case. They should listen, they should open up the doors and involve, and because these things need to be done so that we broaden our horizons, we understand better, we think more broadly, and all, get together. So, with this kind of togetherness, I think we can break barriers. There's a lot of learnings, and this can be applied on research, this can be applied on policy level changes, and everybody understands better. So, the kind of challenges, the barriers we are talking about, and the kind of efforts people are making, that's very valuable and should not be ignored. The strategies, the struggle can be applied to improve policies because that is real life, that's the proof. And everything is there if only we are open to listening. Engagement and involvement is important. But we have to understand, I mean, there are many ways, but I'll pick three of them. It shouldn't be tokenistic. There should be actual exchange of power. Like I, being Rashmi, have different experiences. I have been involved in different things, and I have the power, I have the agency to tell what works for me, what doesn't work for me. And my identity should not be taken advantage of or tokenized. I'm sorry. Just was checking if everyone can see. Maybe it's my laptop problem. Like I was mentioning, that it becomes tokenized, it becomes exploited because you have us in events, but you're not actually supporting the community. And we should have more institutions which are established by people from these identities. How, like, I founded India Deaf Queer, and these kind of platforms help in knowledge exchange and co-leading. Exchange of knowledge as well as co-leading. Charu here, so like Rashmi mentioned that exploitation or tokenization, it shouldn't be just like a one-time affair. Like the panelists we have today, our moderator, we have worked on understanding what each person brings, the way they walk their life, their agency, and all this should be respected. And we should be asked to lead, and we should be leading, like India Deaf Queer, like Rashmi said, and um, get the real people in, get people who have lived experiences, not just um, make a spectacle out of it. Get people who have actual experience. And I would like to add that a safe space, which I can explain with example. I mean, the deaf people it's a heterogeneous community, right? There are people who are from all different sections of life with different backgrounds, but we should have mutual respect, respect all identities, respect all needs, listen to people. Everybody's going through different things in life. I, as Rashmi, I'm a queer person, but all queer person are not the same. The queer community is a spectrum. People have different kind of orientations, and we should listen to all people and their ways. And it is not that, there's a fixed pattern or a fixed way of life. So these things should be respected. Charu says the point is having a free and an environment which is safe, which allows people to share openly, doesn't patronize, doesn't judge, is a place where you feel um, place, a safe space, the concept of safe space. And what did you mention after that, Rashmi? Diversity. I mentioned we need to respect diversity. Queerness is a spectrum, and within the spectrum, there are people who have various kinds of ways of living. Just for example, deaf women have different kind of identities and intersectionalities and ways of life. Similarly, queer women also. Diversity is a point to remember. Lastly, I also want to talk about accessibility. Accessibility has various forms. It could be in the forms of captions, it could be in the form of sign language, it could be other creative ways. And we need to make a supportive network of women from different walks of life who are there to support each other. This is something very, very important. Yeah. They all think accessibility is just captions and sign language interpreters, but that's not. Accessibility is also network. Network is a form of access where um, we can share resources of people from different, women from different sections of life can connect with each other and network with each other and basically support each other. Manju here. So, India Deaf Queer, I am from DWT and feminist space. Do you think I'm welcome? I can work with India Deaf Queer? Rashmi says, yes, absolutely. We need allies. We definitely need to work together, work in collaboration. I'll be very, very happy to work with you, Manju. Would like to let everyone know India Deaf Queer has an Instagram platform where there's information about queerness, India Deaf Queer, and that community, and people share. So I just wanted to, Charu here wanted to, I think I missed a little bit. Yeah, Rashmi, just repeating that. That said that, yeah, of course, um, we see that the deaf world and the world and the different allies around the deaf community need to work together. And similarly, um, we are open. We feel we'll be happy to welcome people to work with it. Chaya says Rashmi gave the example of the deaf and the hearing world. Similarly, um, the platform is definitely looking forward to working with other people and welcoming people to work. Manju here, Manju says that, yeah, people might be thinking that, it's just only queer people and rest other people cannot work or cannot join, but that's not the case. And the doors are open, which is wonderful. And I think with that, I would like to welcome Misha back to sum it up. Fantastic. I think some great questions and great conversations. And we have time for 2 questions. Maybe we can take 5 minutes for 2 questions. Let's see. We have people. We have Himanshi. Hi, Himanshi. Welcome. Hello. Should I introduce myself? Misha, yes, yes. Please do that. Hi. My name, you can see, this is my sign name. I'm from Maharashtra. I have a question for Rashmi. Okay. Rashmi, can you please join? Hey, hello, hello. Hello, Rashmi. All good? All right. Just give me 1 minute to get the deaf interpreter to support me. Thank you, Himachi. What's your question? All right. My question is that, yeah, there is one thing in India that homes don't allow women to go out much. They say that a woman is supposed to be at home, and outside also, the situation is no better. Men are in power, mostly controlling things, and sometimes these kind of things also. Sometimes these kind of things also work on the family where we are, we don't know what is right from wrong. Rashmi here, Charu said that Rashmi requested Charu to rephrase or relay the question. And Charu asked Himanshi to repeat. So women basically are not free because at home, even though I'm a mother, I have responsibilities, I have to be at home. And even if we go out, for example, after learning these kind of concepts, feminist concepts, when we start talking about these things in family or outside, when we talk about power imbalances, if I say that, to my dad that you are free, you go where you want and stuff like that, if I talk about these kind of things, it becomes difficult. What do you think about it? Okay, Charu here. Um, so what Himanshu is saying, that mostly what happens is a woman's identity and their role is fixed to managing home. And when a woman starts talking about feminism, talking about their rights and stuff like that in home or outside? I mean, how do you work out this kind of situation? So, okay, if there's a working woman, so that's the question, that outside it is okay, but at home it is not. But yeah, so why is that? A working person can also be like, for example, I cook at home, I work, I'm managing, I'm at home and I'm also managing my stuff outside. Charu, there's some internet issue maybe. Maybe we can have someone else. All right, so we have Manisha now. Can you introduce yourself? Hi, I'm Manisha. This is my sign name. I'm from Haryana. So I think Rashmi, I have a question, just one question from Rashmi. I think yeah, I just need clarity on something. Okay, Rashmi. So yeah, we will limit it to just one question. Manisha says yes, yes, just one. Can you see me? Yeah, just 1 second, waiting for the deaf interpreter to join. Yeah, okay. So I have been learning. I have been learning about these things, but there's not much awareness about these things. And you have educational content, but you don't have other content related to the queer community or awareness relating to queer identities. So there are a lot of deaf people in the community, but things are different. For example, in other countries, there are more celebrations, there's more resources. And I have heard from my friends and from people, they say that there's not much content about it and they'd want more resources about it. What do you think about that? Rashmi says, okay, I'll just, I will repeat the question. Just let me know if I got that right. So your first question is there's not much resource on it. And second question was that queer women queer women want, for example, if there are two girls actually, or they're lesbians, they identify as lesbians. So, yeah, how, yeah, how do we work that out? Thank you for the question. I think I have had similar questions, and the point is that there's a lot of lack in terms of awareness, knowledge, in terms of what the identities are, what they mean. And that is the reason we set up India Deaf Queer to spread more and more information. But I have been really busy and not been able to post a lot. And I'm in Bangalore, I'm working, but we soon will start posting more things. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you. That's really important for support. And yeah, I will try to find more resources which help with awareness and post it. And we will um, try to, yeah, basically connect and discuss, advise as required. The community in India, actually, we have a small group, and if you would like to join the India Deaf Queer, go to Instagram and you can direct message me. And yeah, feel free to connect. Actually, it's not for me, Manisha says that it's my friends who some of them had asked that they had seen some posts and they had mentioned that. So I thought I'll just share about them. Well, I want to be able to support them. Okay, great. So yeah. So the thing is, we talk about about identities. It's difficult if we talk about families and other kind of issues which we are not able to support with. Manisha says yes, definitely that was what their question was.
So this is going to be a last question now. Who are going to have? Okay, there were Renu. Hi Renu, thank you so much for having me here. I don't have a question. I just want to share a story, something related to Kanika. I have a same story. She said that the patience, how does the patience come from? You know, when you have a baby, you are a wife, you are a mother too. So there's a word, adjust. If you are adjusting, if you can adjust, that means you are patient enough. You have to take care of, you have to take care as a mother, as a wife. So, yes, patience is much more important. And you have to adjust. That's how you can do other things as well. Can we have Kanika? Yeah, I totally agree with you, Renu. Do you agree with her? Yes, I totally agree with you. Yeah, you can go ahead. So the patience comes from if you can adjust the things, right? If you can be adjusting. If you don't try to adjust, sometimes you you think that we won't be able to do the things. So when you become a wife, when you become a mother, how did you adjust? Because you have a big heart, right? If you don't have the big heart, you won't be able to adjust to the things. I have been seeing that if we are so reluctant to the changes, but now we are more inclined towards the adaptations, toward the changes, toward the adjustment, and we value our family. That's how you make the adjustment. And yes, you can manage all other things too. So the adjustment and the patience can help you. So before marriage, you are maybe different. After marriage, you understand that you know sometimes there's a research why women are always being adjusting. No, the male, and they are also adjusting. Somehow you might not realize it, but yes, there are hormonal changes which happens. I think women are more powerful. We are not discriminating men. Yes, we also respecting and understanding their values too. Yes, earlier, before marriage and after marriage, the life was quite different. Before marriage, you can independently decide for yourself, but now you have to think about your children, about your husband, about your family, and those adjustment helps you to be more patient. Yeah, waving hands for you, Renu. Thank you so much, Kanika, for sharing your story. Yes, I know that you both are mother, and yes, we do face hormonal changes as well. And these all things during this time we experience different things, and we are running out of time now. But yes, we can have the panelists at the end, or we would like to thank everyone, the panelist, Manju, who is the moderator, and all the people. We have more than 100 people who are, I think, not 1.5 hours, it's been 2 hours now. And Sujata as well for having the activities, for Charu for supporting as a deaf interpreter, and we have sign language interpreters, Saurav and Manisha. We are thankful to them too. DWT team, Dr. Alim, everyone. We are so glad to participants and all. Thank you so much. We are closing the session now. We are wrapping up. Waving hands to everyone. Just one thing. I want everyone to wave their hands. Everyone to turn on their video so that we can click a picture of everyone. Just wave your hands, everyone, so that we can click a picture. Happy International Women's Day to all. Enjoy your day. Thank you so much. We are closing the session now. Thank you so much for joining us.